Na, sziasztok srácok, lányok, üdvözlök mindenkit újra itt. Folytatjuk a Baldur's Gate-et. Hű, az előzőkben nagy ránt mentünk. Megöltük Ketriket. És rájöttünk, hogy egy kicsit nagyobb dolgok állnak a színfalak mögött. Még két isten van, aki irányítani akarja ezt a hatalmas agyat, akiknek úgy tűnik sikerül is. Őt pedig megszabadott.
With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure, we're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist, and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpoled Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. Yes, but first, a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it? It is. And I did. I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. Yes, my father is a Grand Duke of Baldur's Gate, and I am his only son. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move. A religion devoted to conjuring the most evil of goddesses. The dragon Tiamat. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill. The Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Akkor ezért. Végül is érthető a dolog.
In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. As the maelstrom howls, Mizura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness. And I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city.
Hát szép. Oké. Elhagyjuk a tábort. Kíváncsi vagyok, az utunk hova vezet tovább.
Helen!
Isabel a lánya. Annak, akit legy... Szerelmem.
I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer.
I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo.
I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke,
My father said you were dead.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
In this moment, I want for nothing.
Én ehhez kicsi vagyok. A kurva életben.
It's you, isn't it? You're the talk of this place, you know? I'm Isabel. And this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
Tök jó lenne, ha például Izobert tudnánk magunkkal
You
vinni.
there, Charlotte. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must.
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say had better be worth your life.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Oh. Oh.
We'll see you later.
Oh. Oh. Oké. Oké. Szóval. Út Baldur kapujához. Jó. De várjál, még vele nem beszéltem. Ő akar-e valamit mondani?
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and two more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the dead three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times. Extensively.
Oh,
Mind flayers too. But I never dreamed of seeing gods and Illithids working in consort. It is most
hát
disturbing.
igen, ez egy eléggé...
Courage. We have killed a man who could not die, and stripped the Absolute's army of its general. You have a Netherstone, and you're on the scent of two more. These Chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them.
Mhm.
Of course, falling foul of Ketherick convinced me
Őt
that
mondjuk...
my grand adventures were behind me. That
Azért
if I
ő is
survived,
erős.
I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed.
Oké.
When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead.
Nice.
You're amply reinforced already. I'll let the new blood do all the running around. For now. With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthalen's Dancing Axe.
Mhm.
We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. I can recall how to take orders, as well as give them.
Nice. Szerintem én egyébként őt Gale helyett fogom vinni. Nagyon szépen köszönöm a követést.
heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
Hogyne.
You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Even if the buildings are demolished, there are always survivors. There are always those who will.
Így van. Így
Baldur's
van.
Gate may not know it yet.
Mekkora hangulata van
Its
ennek?
fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
Így van. És lesz egy, akit
Balder's Gate.
szerintem
I'm coming home.
Karlak kifejezetten nagy élvezettel fog elpusztítani.
Gone. The shadows aren't. We'll still need to tread carefully.
Hogy mi? Ja, hogy errefelé kéne elmenni. Aha. Jó. Milyen érdekes, hogy ott bent még mindig gyakorlatilag kicsit be volt laggolva. Meg akarom nézni, hogy akkor ki tudom cserélni Gérre őt. Ott vagy Gél.
Go ahead. I'm listening. I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the...
Oké. És kell lesz nekem. Velük nem tudok beszélni. Gél, nem Shadowheart. Nem te. Nem ti. Nincs itt a Csajci. Látni nem nagyon látom sehol.
And by killing him, you set him free. You set Aelin free. And me. I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew she was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly.
Köszönöm szépen a
I
követést.
suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black, black, black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what. It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long. But I'm grateful for a safe place to... well... just to be.
Oké. Őket nem hiszem, hogy csak úgy magunkkal vihetjük. Viszont nincs itt akkor a csajszi. Én azt hittem, hogy itt lesz. Shadowheart Gale. Itt van Will. Itt vannak ők ketten. Errefele. Itt sincs senki. Hát akkor visszaveszem Gale-t. Aztán majd valamikor megérkezik, vagy én nem is tudom. Astorian például hol van? Ó. Hogy Astorian ott maradt. Jó, lényegtelen.
What's on your mind? With...
Persze, mert ő utólag föl lett élesztve, és nem... tettem hozzá a csapathoz. Még jó is egyébként, hogy izé...
An elder reminds me of old times. It is you. These chosen have reason to fear you, and of course, falling. When we reach Baldur's Gate, you're with the there's a.
Where is a concert hall?
The road and the city needs us. You're with the there's a.
Jó, akkor majd csatlakozik, gondolom. Idővel. Viszont akkor ezek szerint fel tudok éleszteni akárkit, akárhányszor. Csak kell hozzá 200 pénz. Ami jó. Na menjünk. Most már itt nem lesznek ilyen Shadow ellenfelek? Nézd csak! Baldur kap, győződj meg róla, hogy nem hagysz hátra. Nem. Valaki a táborból beszélni akar velem. Hol? Ki? Ó, nézd csak! Hát ha tudtam volna, hogy ez így történik majd.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past. Being chased by
Tényleg erről nem kérdeztük őt.
I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz.
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You.
Azért gondoljatok bele, hogy csak kétszer meghalt Tarn, amikor ugye először elmentünk hozzá, és az összes olyan fájdalmat, hogy majdnem levágták a fejét, hogy belevágtak egy baltát, és még ki tudja az évek alatt mennyit. Azt mind ő érezte el.
Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere.
A farkas nem is a lányra. Bazd meg, tudtam. Annyira éreztem.
It is a common right amongst Aluna's followers to send their children off into the woods to find their way home. Perhaps this time it had gone awry. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What?
Baszki.
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him?
Ő az apja volt.
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
Nem, csak elrabolták.
Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman.
One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed. I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shah's umbral domain. Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored.
What?
Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shah torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Az szép. És ez az éjszakai lándzsa, ez... Ja, de várjál, nem jártas a nehéz páncélzatban. Amúgy is ezt neki kéne felrakni, viszont... Viszont... Ez pszichotikus. Egyelőre adjuk. Oké. Lehet most már tényleg el kéne engedni ezt a...
You should be elated. The sight of the land you leave behind does nothing to alleviate your sorrow. Though however deep your pain, it cannot compare to Halsin's.
Mi a baj a Halsinnak? Ja, hogy... A föld miatt. Mert ezt már ők sem tudják helyrehozni. Oké, srácok. Itt vagyunk az akt 3-ban. Innen kezdődik az akt 3.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties.
patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Oh! Ja, hogy te vagy az.
Falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the prison bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at
Az igen.
They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Ez a csajci nem tűnik túl barátságosnak. Azt hiszem.
This should do nicely for a camp.
Baldur's Gate-ben majd ne felejtsünk el egyébként a kis szerelmes, imádom őket esküszöm. Ne felejtsünk majd el Karlaknak azt az izzószart valahogy helyrehozni.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
Ó. Jól néz ki. Gale? Vagy az nem Gale? Pastorian. Így van. Igen, erről se kell megfeledkeznünk.
A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master and elevate him to an unfathomable station, to place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks. Of course I envy him. Why wouldn't I? The problem with what Cazador has done is that he did it to me. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor. Doesn't it sound delightful? For the lucky little vampire on the winning side. After 200 years of shit, pure shit! I think I deserve something better.
Az a bajom ezzel.
Look, I appreciate that. I'm very grateful, of course. All I'm saying is, let's be clever about it. If an opportunity arises for me to become a more magnificent bastard than I already am, why turn it down? Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door.
Az a baj, hogy szerintem a Storian hatalomvágya veszélyes.
then there isn't a moment to waste. If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us. Likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazadors change their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
Oké. Én melyikkel vagyok, Karlakkal? Jó, merre kéne tovább menjünk? Vagy ez most a pihenőhely? Megint szerintem igen.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full.
Ez egy ismerős érzés.
But an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the dead three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain and by extension the chosen. It will take but one.
Hát igen, tényleg durvára kerekedett ki azért a történet.
This would have been your fate too, were it not for the Dream Visitor's protection. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the dead three. If you follow this path to its end, the elder brain will
Hát a halott hármasban már csak 2 van.
It will answer to you. You will finally have the chance to destroy Gortash.
Igen, az Karlak nagyon fogja élvezni, az biztos.
Still burn in you when he is extinguished. Will you liberate the true souls from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
Szerintem ennek a választásnak szerepe van.
You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Baszki. Ez hasonlóan fertőzhette meg. Mi a franc? Hello? Asztrális portál. A franc. Menekülj a portálhoz, mielőtt az abszolútum átveszi a irányítást. Az anyád. Ez egy monk.
Striking distance.
I'm ready.
Nem hiszem el.
I can't do this without you.
Moving.
Don't linger. Good move.
Ready. On the move.
More are coming. Hurry, or we will all become thralls.
Fun.
Oké, elmentem a portálba. Ja, így mindenki átjön. What is that?
That orb's about to explode. I speak from some experience.
Ez az a hely. Nem itt harcolt a segítőnk? Csak kérdezem.
Our dream guardian. I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
I can keep going a little longer.
That put the wind back in my sails.
Hurry. I can't hold them back alone.
Bassz meg! Bassz volt ez. Jó lenne, ha ilyen szarokkal nem dobálóznátok. Azt ott lelököm a gecibe. Állj már le! Mit ütögetsz?
Fuck yes.
Viszlát?
It's not over.
Okay.
Come to the skull.
On my way.
Szintet léptünk. Új képesség. Megcsináljam neki a nehéz páncélzatot?
The skull. Come to the skull.
És akkor így már fel tudjuk rakni neki a Lothric páncélját.
Help me.
Egy kezes.
Help me.
Wits and blades always sharp.
Ó, abban viszont nem jártas. Ezt megnézzük, mert ha a Warhammer jó lehet neki, vagy hogyha most meg tudjuk tanulni, akkor most megtanulja. Nem jut eszembe, hogy az melyik lesz. Jártas szerzés szabad. Választott fegyver. Jártasságot szerzel 4 szabadon választott fegyverrel is. Őd is, igen. Kétkezes kard. Harci kalapács. Hosszú kard. Kétkezes bárd. Oké. Így már jó lehet. Meg is van. Nagyon jó. Varázslatok. Az mondjuk jó dolog a polimorf. Ez jó. Okay.
I can't hold them off much longer.
Így. Oké.
Hurry! I can't hold them back alone.
Jó, igazából ennyi. Karlaknak az a... jól néz ki. Okay.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Jövök, nyugalom, futok. Itt valami történik. Ez ki? És te ki vagy? Na várjál, ő az a... Tehát... Ezek az abszolút. Nem értem, hogy pontosan mi történik. A császár. Micsoda? Aha.
Let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help.
Micsoda?
Saved a child from a viper back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Asima Night Soul from her soul cage. I told you about my room in the Elsong Tavern that night when you held me. I was vulnerable. You comforted me. Your continued existence as yourself and not a mind flayer should be all the proof you need. Now, help me.
Próbáljuk meg. Ez nem fog menni most. Ó, tudok újra dobni. Az meg. Még egyszer megpróbáljuk. Sikerült.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the mind flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a warlock learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to
subdue
the Githyanki.
Akkor győzzük le őket.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight. Together, we can turn the tide.
Nem örülök annyira, hogy pont egy elmefalónak segítünk, de... Hát pedig ezt csúnyán odaüthettük volna. Ja, de mennyiszer ütött ez 4-szer? Nem tudok, azért. Ez túl messze van. Ez hol lenne túl messze? Ember. Oh. Az igen. Észre sem vettem, hogy ott fent is vannak. De persze, ő meg át a fa...
Swiftly now.
What should I do?
Kemények ezek a monkok, bazd meg. Az anyádat. Ez jó kezdés. De mit csinálsz? Tehát, hogy... Ezt Bazd meg, nem hiszem el. Nagyon jó. Még 3 ellenfél van, ha jól látom. Meg még majd gondolom a boss. Nagyon jó. Már csak ő van? Nem volt itt fönn még egy? Ezek szerint nem. Oké. Már csak őt kell elpusztítani.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
Of all the things to be indebted to, a bloody mind flayer.
You may call me the Emperor. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me.
Ó, hogy megfertőzték.
For years, I served the Elder Brain. The one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city.
Oh.
I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them. Rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield. The largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence. Though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while. Until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gotash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become.
Baszki. Kemény, ez kemény sztori.
Indeed. His hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. We fought to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power. He refused. And so she sealed him within this prison. His honor guard, ever loyal, followed him in. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. No. Gotash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gotash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning.
Aha.
followed the feeling inside
Kemény.
and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within
Akkor
the prison's
ennyire,
bounds, my
ezért
mind
akarják ennyire megszerezni, és ezért mondta azt a első kiválasztott, akivel megküzdöttünk,
all I needed to
hogy
do was subdue
az az egyetlen dolog, ami
and find
megállíthatja.
allies in the outer world. You. I do not have the privilege of knowing the answer, but the consequences are clear enough. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead, but as you can see, he is very much alive. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith
Jó baszki.
There may come a time when that is necessary, but there is no guarantee that his power would survive his passing. The risk is too great. The moment his protection is gone, you would become enthralled to the Elder Brain, just as I would. We may look different, but to the Elder Brain we are already the same. Thralls in its design. I'm glad you think so. I agree. But there is one thing that you have that I do not. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. Yours continues to limit you. As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You too should embrace this.
Hát én nagyon nem szeretnék.
I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential. I've been
Nyilván szeretném kihasználni.
I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you. You will be able to do things you never thought were possible. There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. You will retain most of your current form, and you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss.
Nem biztos, hogy...
Well, certainly brave of you. I'll say that much.
You continue to surprise me. Your mind is truly something special. Now, hold out your hand.
Na nézzük.
It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
A coldness seeps through your veins as the tadpole awakens, its yearning almost unbearable. Your mind is a veritable feast. The tadpole's essence courses through you. Where it touches, your flesh, glands, organs contract and flood with pure thought. You feel different.
Az igen.
Your body has never felt more connected. Your mind present
Keményen néz ki.
of a joint or muscle.
You are exquisite. When your allies see what you can do, I hope you encourage them to try it for themselves. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it.
És most már mindig így fog kinézni, Carla.
And bring it under our control.
Fél Ilithid. Általános bemutató. Magadhoz ölelted a Feromonfózist és félig Ilithidől. Mostantól még erősebb psionikát tudsz felszabadítani. Oké. Jaj, meg szintet kell lépnünk izével. Legyen ez. Oké. Hát akkor pihenjünk egyet. Tartunk egy gyors szünetet is, srácok. Mindjárt visszatérek és folytatjuk. Na, visszatértem. Akkor folytassuk is. Hova menjek tovább? Ja, itt a pihenő van, ugye?
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Amúgy... Ez még mindig... így.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. Jenna! And my cat is Grub. He's shy. I'm not. My mum is called Emery. She went to go get some herbs for her spots. She was sick, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10 day, though. Guards blow like petards. They don't help us.
Oh.
Wow. Thanks. My mum would like this. She's the best cook in the world. And she taught me too. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon. Thanks a lot.
Hát jó. Merre kéne tovább menjünk? Tudom, mondott, meg kéne keresnünk. Jó. Gyűjtsek szövetségeseket. Orint kell megtalálnunk. Gorást kell megtalálnunk. Netherbraint el kell pusztítanunk. Uralkodjak a Netherbrain felett. Jó. Akkor először keressük meg. Veszünk egy kicsit körül. Ó, valami történik. Kemény volt. Szerintem ez nem igazán jelent semmi jót. Acélfigyelő.
Great headline.
Jó napot!
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around. Well, do you have the means to support yourself?
Jól van.
Article 30.1.5 of the Council's decree on extraordinary wartime measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your contribution. Your name? Oh, take it up with the Duke if you don't like it. Now, your name?
Megbeszélném.
Well met, citizen Fluffington.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct, you feel connection.
Rezonancia. Hogy néz már ki Karlok harca?
State your business. Eyes open, body still.
Behind the Watcher's gaze, a presence awakens. You are seen. You are known. Your infernal machinery seems to snap to attention, almost singing in recognition. Your party's prior transgressions are reflected in its stare, as witnessed by the cult's ever-alert, scrying eyes. It has heard the howls of slaughtered goblins. It has seen the deep shadows of Grimforge, and the stone floors left bloodied. It knows the cold rise towers, and the cultists who fell there. The Watcher speaks directly into your mind with a voice like poisoned honey.
You are marked for special treatment. Not simply an enemy of the people, but an enemy of the Absolute. Come quietly, or die.
Oh.
There is a moment's pause. The presence reevaluates you.
Apologies, citizen. No offense intended. Welcome to Baldur's Gate. I hope you have a nice day.
The watch has spoken. You may pass.
Oké. Jöhet. Szia, szia. Ez egy érdekes beszélgetés volt. Oké. Át kell jutnom a város során tartózkodás helyére utaló nyomok után. Legbűnösebb gyilkosság lehet a kiinduló pont, egy bálistát keresünk. Ott van egy árus. Eladhatnánk a felesleges cuccainkat most már. Ő lenne az?
Finest fish caught this morning. What'll it be?
Okay. Ja, hogy neki csak a kajás cuccokat tudjuk. Ezt nem. Gólem idéző harang. Ezek úgy, ahogy van, feleslegesek. Igazából azt a két formát is eladhatjuk. Az maradhat. Ezt még nem adom el. Oké. Nála ez a két könyv. Ezt el kéne majd vinnünk. Úgy tűnik, hogy nincs több pénze. Jó. Legalább valamit ki tudtunk szedni. Itt mi tört? Megint ez a földröngéses. Oh.
Steel Watcher, you are away from your post. Explain. The Ragnak's casement protecting your metallogized eyes valves is burning well outside the recommended temperature. You are a highly outdated model. You must report to the Steel Watch Foundry. Do not tarry, Steel Watcher. By order of Lord Gortash.
Oké. Szeretném megtalálni az úriemberünket. Mit mond nekem a küldi? Át kell kutatnunk a várost Orin tartózkodási helyére utaló nyomok után. A legbűnösebb gyilkosság lehet kiinduló pont.
Mind a dancing house of my own.
Welcome to Danthilon's dance.
To apply to such an object.
Our stock isn't
One
used.
up for you if you like.
It's tried and tested.
Itt visszafelé volt egy olyan hely, ahol meghalt valaki.
Kinetic cleaver will be first on my list.
And the other person with...
Erre fele.
I'm here. I won't let anything happen to
Itt mondták, hogy meghalt valaki, nem?
Our readers will be outraged.
Igen.
Aren't you? I knew there was a story here, and there you are, the hero of the hour, walking right up to me. The name's Lens, reporter with the Baldur's Mouth Gazette. Care to do a quick interview? You, of course. News travels fast in this city, and after your exploits, you're quite the celebrity. This interview will be our biggest issue yet. It won't take more than 2 moments of your time. If you play your cards right, this could make the cover. I just need some extra details. So, you've arrived at Baldur's Gate. What's brought you here at a time like this? You have? I thought our soon-to-be Lord Gortash had things in hand. Though, if anyone could help him, it would be you. You've got a knack for finding chinks in the Absolute's armor. My sources tell me you recently vanquished the fearsome General Ketheric Thorm. How did you manage that? Then consider this a taste of what's to come. You must be able to share something about Ketheric's downfall. Don't worry. I already have everything I need.
Oké. Nem szeretem az újsági. Bazd meg. Hát ezért tudott mindenről.
You're the lickspittle who crushed the Bone Lord's thrall.
Bazd meg.
I know the truth. You come for our nether stones. Come to prize one from
Megtaláltuk a
Titan's
rönt.
death grip. Pluck the other from my rotted carcass. When you find the Lordling, tell him Orin is watching.
Bazd meg.
Orin's a shapeshifter. That complicates things.
Hát ez eléggé. A picsába. Orin alakváltó áruhában szembesített minket, majd elteleportáltól el kell keresnünk nyomokat, hogy megtaláljuk, hol van a bázisa. Jó. Jó. Jó kérdés, hogy hol lehet a bázisa. De szerintem valahol bent a... Van az a helyzet. Nézzünk el erre is.
Do you think Dribbles will have his animals?
Please get me started.
You're in my house.
We're calling this smooth.
See the city up on the hill.
And cheerful. Refugees for hire. Catchy, right?
The place was
Itt mi
empty.
történik?
Keep those thugs away from my family.
Denuvia! Get these spotters out of my house now!
Ja, franc.
Sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
You shouldn't have to make people feel welcome in places they don't belong. I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them. I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them.
I guess we're all you've got then, Arthur. Want your house squeaky clean? Cough up!
Ugh. This is the last time I hire someone from the guild. Fine. Here's the extra. Finish the job.
Come on, boys. Let's take out the trash.
No, no, no. Don't you dare lay a finger on them.
Job done. Whatever's left is yours to sort out.
Hát de...
I go away for a
Én itt se voltam. Nem jártam erre felé. Csak átmenőben, haver. Mi? Shadowheart.
I just lost a wager, thanks to you.
Who are you?
Someone who bet that you'd never be foolish enough to actually show your face in this city again. But here you are. And the gold in my purse is soon to take flight.
Mi a franc?
There have been whispers about you, sister. About your faith, your loyalty, your company.
Ja, hogy ő is.
I feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
I know the truth. I know my parents still live. Tell me where they are, and I have no quarrel with you.
I'm afraid the quarrel is unavoidable, thanks to you. Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out the House of Grief in the lower city. Though, if I was you, I'd be very tempted to just forget it all and disappear. You have some form at doing so, after all.
Where's Shadowheart? We should wait for her.
Here we are, Griselda. All in one piece.
I wish the cult hadn't come to our farm, though.
Well, I guess you better get well.
At least we got the Scotty out of that burning barn.
Az baj. Na mindegy.
Christine is pretty fun. But can't she help out a bit more?
Miért? Itt mi történt? Halott csirke. Ja, franc.
You remember that spiced apple loaf we had in Waterdeep? Oh, the big one.
Let us start a conversation.
De mit?
Back off! I found these apples first.
Hát jó. Meg kéne találnunk a rejtek helyét Orinnak. Gúrtábor.
The hunter has nothing to say to you. He seems to have...
There are so few of us left. Rechtei hathran rust.
Nem árt beszélnünk azért így a frakciókkal, mert lehet, hogy van, aki mellénk állna.
Recognize the funeral rites of the Gur people, the same monster hunters you met in the Hag Swamp. Their leader is burning the possessions of those who have fallen.
Im orak nete krasin netra.
So, the impossible spawn walks among us in the blazing sun. We have been looking for you. The last time your friend came to our camp, he stole our children, our future.
Micsoda?
When we sent Gandrel after you, we wanted to interrogate you, to discover how to save our children and then destroy you. But things have changed. You have changed. Is it true you left your master? That you broke the spell that binds you to him?
Well, I mean, kind of. It's a long story, honestly.
free. Not while his master still lives. But he has perhaps earned a second chance. We have tried to save our children once already, attacking Khazad-dûr's palace at first light. Even then, it was too well defended. But if his own spawn approached, someone he thought he could control, he would throw his doors open and welcome you in. And once inside, you could do what we could not. You could save the children you damned.
You don't know Khazad-dûr like I do. He's merciless. You want me to march into the lion's den and save your children? But I promise you, they're already dead. Excuse me. Did you not hear anything I just said? They're gone.
If our children are truly gone, then we ask for blood. I know you can understand that, Spawn.
I suppose. Yes. Yes. Revenge, I can do.
Thank you. From me
Helyes.
and all my people. If you can do this, we will be in your debt. You
Az viszont jól jöhet.
of violence and sin. You have stolen lives, broken families, and caused immeasurable grief. Doing this will not right those wrongs.
If you're trying to encourage me, you're failing abysmally.
But it will be a start. You may still be redeemed. Please go. Time is short, but we will see you again when it is done.
No screaming.
Hát ez nem hangzik jól. Jó. Akkor most már több dolog miatt is el kéne menjünk. Ahhoz a vámpírhoz. Most már az elég nagy területet felfedeztünk ebből a helyből. Nem tudom tényleg, hogy az a baj, hogy tippem sincsen, hogy hol lehet. Mit észleltünk?
Better fetch that.
Milyen kulcs volt? Nem. Sword Coast. Ezt a kulcsot ősi. Oké, Sword Coast. Courier's kulcs. Hát jó. Jó, itt körbementünk. Próbáljunk meg itt valahogy bemenni. Hát, ha beengednek, ott tovább leengedik a hidat. Itt erre lefelé, meg ilyen helyen... Aha. Itt ez gyakorlatilag csak egy ilyenes rész. Tehát itt nem nagyon tudunk lefölcsászkálni. És nem mehetnék esetleg át a hídon?
You want past? Talk to Ellen.
Elin?
No invite, no entry.
Vettünk fel egy...
You want past?
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day. Well, B. You don't look the posh sort.
Amit elvettünk?
Last door on the right. Go on. Make merry. Lower the gates. Special permission.
Néha jól jön az ellenszemem. Amúgy ő itt mitől füstöl feketén? Kiégett? Rimsziklájátője.
We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Gortash.
Igen.
You are the prison bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Thorn. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate.
Rajtam van a páncélja is, azért hiszik azt.
Of course. My steel watchers are rather adept at keeping the peace, but not entirely suitable.
Persze, mert a páncél... Basz...
Allow me to formally invite you.
Milyen jó, hogy felvettem.
Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Invitation from Lord Gortash himself. Please make your way to the
Nice. Szerezd meg Gortash Netherstone-t. Eljutottunk Rim. Meghívást kaptunk Gortash. Ja.
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Heard about his father.
Mit keresel itt?
The Dead Three's puppet. A travesty, really. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun.
Te mit keresel itt? Mi történik, ha megtámadom? Oké. Visszatért. Mi? Várjál már. Jó.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you.
Meaning that in the games,
Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Ide kéne előadóterem. Igen. Aha. Ez lehet, hogy probléma.
In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. The Steel Watch appreciate your cooperation, citizen.
Dearest patriarchs, but a moment. I must greet a most honored guest. My friend,
Forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs. For the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. But my stars, that can't be my old friend Karlach, can it? How long has it been? 5 years? 6? I'm delighted to see you again.
Hát szerintem én annyira nem örülök neki.
Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. I knew I'd meet Ketheric's slayer eventually, but I had no idea it was you, Karlach. Time flies, doesn't it? But never mind that. We have much to discuss. You have a netherstone. That makes us allies. You know, it takes all three to control the brain.
Így van.
Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected.
És mi lenne, ha itt helyben mondjuk megölnélek?
That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided. If you and I come to an understanding,
Biztos, hogy nem.
Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
Szerintem ugyanúgy átherte minket.
It's not, but it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. The likes of you stand to benefit from the likes of me. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen once the Netherstones. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know.
Hát azt már észrevettem.
She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos, and I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you. Nor, furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
An ally could be useful, at least for now. And when he's no longer useful, well, we can dispose of him then.
Próbáljuk meg megvizsgálni. Pont jó.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Legyen.
Then let it be writ by the black hand of Bane. I, Lord Enver Gortash, swear I shall do you no harm. We will rise together over top. Let me demonstrate why you made the right choice. Your camp is compromised. One among
Egyikünk egy szélhámos.
who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find
A shapeshifter? Well, it could be anyone. I mean, it's not me, but it could be anyone else.
faceless in your
Még egyébként
with your throat.
lehet,
Remove it quickly. Or any alliance between us.
lehet, hogy Orin már a táborokban van.
Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets.
Nagyszerű.
You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets, killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thor. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of the faithful will do anything in the name of their god.
Szép.
Soon. First, come and be witness as I make history. The first
Már most levágdám.
Baldur's Gate.
Már most.
You will follow me, and you will show due respect.
Viszont a ruháját megszerezném szívesen.
Dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash,
Ő az apja a határtalan penge? Azt hiszem.
from enemies within and without.
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and
Irányítják őt
decree, so
egyébként.
that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the steel watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Érdekes felé halad a cucc. Jó. Egyelőre köszi srácok, hogy itt voltatok. Egyelőre ennyi. Haladunk szépen. A következő lehetett terv, hogy Orintól visszaszerzük az övét, és amikor megyünk fel hozzá az irodájába, akkor meg őt is megöljük, és akkor meg lesz mind a 3 nálunk. Még jól is jöhet ki. Csak hogy paktumot kötöttünk, nem tudom, hogy ez most démoni paktum-e volt. Látjuk majd, hogy ennek lesz folytatása, vagy következménye. Meglátjuk. Minden esetre köszi, hogy itt voltatok. Ma még lesz folytatás, fixem. Addig is további szép... hogy elment az idő? Már reggel 5 óra van. Igen. További szép szerda reggelt kívánok mindenkinek, aki dolgozni megy, kitartás, aki pihenget, annak jó